Three. Family, classmates, past coaches, to honor our good friend and father and husband. And at this time, we would like to have an opening prayer by Daryl and a blessing on the food that is prepared by Morris and Cheryl Cooper of Cowboy Campfires. And after that, we will go ahead and proceed in a banquet style, kind of a smorgasbord thing. You can help yourselves, or Morris will serve here, and then we'll have a little program afterwards. Joe? Go ahead. Just go ahead. As everyone can probably tell, it was a surprise, and we didn't think we would ever ask you because I'm still Mike Carwater's new building.
Charlie, did you retire this?
Tell Grandpa happy birthday.
Go for the residency. It's the scariest thing in the world.
36 balloons, but they have a little boy that's carpet.
Brian. The man of honor.
Probably was born on a Sunday night, March 27th, at the Dana Maternity Home where the Pick and Save is, and they're on Stapley in Maine and Mesa. His mother was very happy and very proud of his big brown eyes, as she and LeGrand both had blue eyes. The problem that his mother always had is Jerry's hair stood straight up. No matter how much junk she put on it or whatever she did to it, his hair just kept sticking up. Those of us that know him had to put up with a flat top and times of long hair for probably the first 35 years of his life. All the rest of us wanted our hair down below our ears and touching our collar and everything else. He had to have a flat top. He was a very inquisitive little guy and started walking at the very young age of 8 months. One time he followed his mother to a neighbor's house nearby, and he slipped and fell into the ditch unbeknownst to his mother. She found him, as she came back, she found him underwater, not breathing. She pumped and pumped his stomach until he finally started breathing again. Again, when Jerry was younger, much younger I might add, he's 50 years old today, as if nobody knew that. He lived in Phoenix, near Phoenix Union High School. And he and LeGrand followed a fire truck one day down the road, and somehow or another got sidetracked and snuck their way into the old Grand Theater there and watched a movie until they were caught. They were all down to the police station, and when they got home, Grandma said that their mother told them that their punishment was that they had to go straight to bed. Jerry just looked up at her with tears in his eyes, and he says, "That's okay, I'm too tired anyway." As Jerry started grade school, I guess everybody that had lived in Chandler and around in the area knew what a great athlete Bob Tarwater was. And to try to fill the shoes of that man was, I guess, just kind of difficult, but everybody knew what an athlete he was. One day, when Jerry went to school, his principal asked him if he was an athlete also. And he looked up at his principal and says, "No, I'm a Mormon." When Dad worked at Last Chance Bar, if you can believe that, one day he found a $20 bill. And he ran home and was very excited and happy, and his mother, trying to teach his children a lesson, told him that he needed to take that back and waited to see if anybody claimed it. And he did. And a few days later, the owner gave the $20 bill back to him for his honesty and so forth. That was at a time during Christmas when they didn't have a whole lot of money, and we can all maybe kind of imagine 40 years ago what $20 would have bought. In this particular instance, it nearly bought the whole Christmas presents and all the Christmas for the family. The first car that Jerry and LeGrand had was an old Model A coupe, a one-seater. On one particular occasion, Grandma rode with the boys into town. Their mother, I keep saying Grandma because I don't know what else to call her besides Grandma Boyley. But she rode with the boys one day into town. They're the macho teenagers that need to roll their sleeves up and say hi to the girls. And they made her get out a block away. They made her get out a block before they got to school, so no one would see them. I guess it wasn't too cool to have your mother drive around with you at school. She then had to walk the block, pick up the car, and drive it all the way back home. They wouldn't come back to get her. Jerry and his brothers, each one of his brothers worked very hard on the dairy, on the farm. They were taught good work habits. And they each had to get up at 4 a.m. each and every morning and milk cows. And then after the baseball, football, and track, and whatever practice they had to milk them again after that. Many times, Papa, their father, used to catch them listening listening to rock and roll music in the barn. And he always used to make them either switch the station or turn the darn thing off because the cows would never give as much milk unless they had it on KMEO or some other station.
So that's all they played then? That's all they played?
Pinky says that's all they played, and I know different. Jerry was always very active in school, in his school functions, in his school activities. He claims that the only way he passed through school was because the teachers liked him somehow, but the things that I'm uncovering by just this little program, I'm finding that he had to do pretty good in school probably, and he won't ever take credit for that. But all of us, I think, have an idea of the importance of weight training in today's sports and competing in today's sports. I think the advantage that the Lamb boys had and that the Tarwalers had over the other kids that made them the superior athletes probably was the fact that they got to buck bills of hay each and every day of their life. And it gave them the added weight training that everybody was so afraid of back then. He was a member of the student council each one of his years. He was the student body vice president his senior year. He set all kinds of records in athletics, and he lettered in 4 different sports: baseball, basketball, football, track. There goes Jerry right there. Interesting, as I get older, I realize that Dad never talks about his accomplishments. And I sometimes wish that he would. But I know that's the kind of person he is. I remember a time that the family took one of our few vacations to San Diego. And being the big tough monster teenager that I thought I was, I picked out a little object down the road on the way that I could beat him with that object. And he beat me by about 5 steps. I remember on another day that I was walking through the halls of Chandler High School, and probably the same halls that he walked through, and Marty Van Gorder ran up to me and he says, Brian, how come your dad was such a good athlete? You're nothing. I said, why do you say that? And he says, well, look right here. And he had the state record book for high school, and sure enough, there's Jerry Lamb's name all over it. One particular record that stands out in my mind that he was in the company of Art Malone, and Jerry Lamb, and Ben Malone for average yards per carry. I think that averaged almost 14 yards per carry that one season. This is football. These two instances, you can kind of tell that here I am a teenager and I'm just finding out what kind of an athlete, what kind of a person my dad is. Most of us will never be able to know how good he was. And so what I've done is I've called upon a couple of his coaches that have been very nice to show up here tonight. They're going to either make fun of him or praise him or something. They kind of got a carte blanche and they can do whatever they want. But the first one's going to talk to us, and I know he's done a great amount of research, is Mr. Dick Rule, Coach Dick Rule, the dad, Mr. Dick Rule, the rest of us that had him in free enterprise and civics at the high school. And there won't be a test after this, will there, Mr. Rule? And he's willingly going to take a few minutes and kind of tell us about some of the accomplishments that Dad has had and help the rest of us understand them a little bit.
Thank you, Brian. Brian called me about a week ago and asked me if, he said, you know, my dad's turning 50. We're going to have an over-the-hill party for him. I'd like to have you come out if you could and say a few words. He says, you know, I don't really know what my dad did in high school. He said he he'd never tell us about it. He said he played football and basketball, but he said he never would tell us whether it was any good or not. I said, well, Brian, I can tell you this. I told him this over the phone. Your dad was a pretty fair running back in high school. I said, I can tell you that. But I said, I'll be happy to come out on Saturday night and tell you a few things. Well, my wife says, what are you going to say? I said, there's a lot of things a person could say about Jerry Lamb. I said, I'm going out for 3 reasons. 1, Jerry Lamb. 2, Niagara. And 3, there was a fellow that helped me for many, many years when I was with the school district. And I never called on him at any time that he didn't turn many, many hours of work for an AFS barbecue that I used to have to put on. And Jess Dale turned so many hours and days and weeks that I'm just happy to come out for 3 people tonight, and you people. And let me tell you, I had 3 of the most enjoyable mornings in the library of Chandler this week. I thought I'm going down and see what I can find out about Jerry Lamb. I had it up here, but I said I'd like to see it in paper so that I could give Jerry Lamb's kids something in paper to show that they've never found out. Luckily, our media center in this town is pretty well up to date. I just went to 2 years, 56, 57, all part of 55, all of the old Chandler papers. Remember, it was a weekly edition then. You old timers remember that. And they've got everything on microfilm. Put that on the machine and you start spinning through those newspapers, you'd be surprised. I just picked out a few excerpts. I could be here half of the night on things. Yes, I promise not to. That's right. But I sure could. I picked out about 15 items that I think pretty well characterizes Jerry Lamb. I picked the first one. I didn't think I'd ever find anything in paper on it. But here's an article from March 14, 1957. Jerry Lamb's grins contribute to team morale for Chandler. That's the thing that stands out in my mind the most. On the athletic field, in the classroom, you looked across the classroom, that irrepressible grin was always there. And what a tribute. Let me read you this one. I'm only going to take a paragraph from most of them, but I think this one warrants a good full reading. Ask any coach in any sport what value he puts on a player with a persistent, genuine grin. The player whose consistent good nature and pure love of the sport makes him a bulwark of spirit, whatever the tides of fortune may bring. The rating will be high, for evidence among Chandler High School athletes, the inimitable Jerry Lamb is a good case in point. There is no clear-cut way of measuring Jerry's morale contribution to Chandler football, basketball, baseball, and track teams in 3 years of varsity. By any measure, it has been considerable. The infectious Jerry grin time and again has provided that extra something that has given the Wolves a margin of morale that may likely have been a margin of victory. And he goes on to give you a little bit about his background here. Starting his high high school, a little bit of his early life, I'll bypass that because Brian's covered some of that. Starting his high school baseball career with the varsity team in his freshman year, he had good reason to remember his first game vividly. On his first time at bat, he connected for a hit. Equally memorable in that first season was the game with Hayden High School, which Chandler had to win to get in the state tournament. This was no easy task. Hayden, with an unbroken string of 16 victories, held Chandler scoreless through 6 innings. Jerry reached first on a walk and had the thrill of scoring the run that spelled a 3-2 win for Chandler. Baseball has been Jerry's favorite sport ever since, even though his prowess as a halfback on the gridiron